Good morning. This is Terry Scott here with your next installment of Oddities, Authors, and Stories. And we want to thank Jessica Brown for doing the research behind our show. Without her, we would not be able to give you these interesting oddities. So thanks, Jessica. The content and information presented in this program does not represent the views or opinions of the Alexander Hamilton Memorial Free Library or its staff. Now, having said that, it's time to move on to the next story behind the story. If you look above me and behind me, you'll see a row of books. All of these books, and most of them, a lot of you have probably seen, have been banned at one point or another in a library or a school or a county or a state. So there are books such as Fahrenheit 451, The Diary of Anne Frank, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Color Purple, Of Mice and Men, The Hate You Give, Kite Runner, The Handmaid's Tale, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Catcher in the Rye, and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. So all of those are books that at some point in history, even recent history, have been banned. Today we're going to focus on a book by Art Spiegelman called Mouse and its impact. In recent news, a school board in McMinn County, Tennessee, made the decision to ban Art Spiegelman's Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel Mouse from the county school libraries. Their reasons, they claim, were not only the story's graphic nature, but there were nudity and language. The nudity was featured in a small frame, and there were 8 curse words across both volumes. However, the fact that this particular book was banned on the day before the Holocaust Remembrance Day by an extremely conservative-leaning school board ruffled a lot of feathers and raised alarms. Spiegelman himself blasted the move by the board as Orwellian. In the days after this ban, sales of the graphic novel skyrocketed, not just in the state of Tennessee, but across the country. But the big question remains, what is Mouse about? Though Mouse is a graphic novel by nature, it's really a memoir, specifically a memoir of Spiegelman's father, a Polish Jew. The story details Art's interviews with his estranged father, Władek, asking him of his experience during the Holocaust, from the invasion of Poland to the implementation of the Jewish ghettos and imprisonment at one of the most notorious of the Nazi concentration camps, Auschwitz. Art uses mice, the titular mouse, to represent the Jews, vicious cats to represent the Nazis, and pigs as non-Jewish Poles. These characters walk and talk like humans, but their differences are only in their face and tails. As the story continues, the line between human and animal blur. Spiegelman uses the art in graphic novel as a means to show how inane and ultimately cruel it is to divide people into groups. He says these metaphors are meant to self-destruct and reveal the inanity of the notion itself. While Art talks with his father, he does not mince words about how the man held his own prejudices, despite being a victim of anti-Semitism. Such as when Art's wife picks up an African-American hitchhiker. Władek is clearly uncomfortable with the man and uses a racial slur as soon as he's gone. When Art's wife called him out on it, Władek deflected by saying that the racism faced by African Americans every day in the U.S. does not compare to the cruelty the Jewish people face in Nazi Germany. It should also be noted that in the story, Władek did not approve of Art's French wife because she was not Jewish, and she even converted to Judaism just to please him. Sadly, Mouse isn't the only book detailing the events of the Holocaust that has been challenged by school boards across the country and at times has successfully been banned. The Diary of Anne Frank is frequently challenged. People have seen bans of books that detail the Holocaust as a means to deny the atrocities that were committed during that time period. There is no denying that what happened in those events was horrible, and it can never be forgotten what did happen. Those who do not learn from history are condemned to repeat it. So that's just a little bit about the story behind the story Mouse. the graphic novel that was a Pulitzer Prize winner by Art Spiegelman. But again, there are so many other books out there that have been banned. And it seems that once a book is banned, we want to read it more. So we have a list of them here at the library. If you walk in to the front desk and you just say, hey, where are some of your banned books? We can help you with that. Now, if you have an idea for a show, we are more than happy to get those. Drop by or send us an email or give us a call, and we will look into it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story. And next month, the first Wednesday, we'll have another Oddities, Authors and Stories for you.